Hey pals, I'm here with Paul Miller, and this is episode 10 of the one with Paige the Framer podcast.
Right?
It's a good name for now. Okay, so we're doing something different this time around. So there is a podcaster who I really enjoy watching. Her name is Chevyrell, and she has the Chevyrell's Stuff podcast here on YouTube. So I definitely recommend checking her out because she is a great maker, a really great maker, and very entertaining to watch. So go watch her. But a while back she answered the Fibre Arts tag questions that were going around on YouTube and Instagram, which was just answering questions about your fiber life, fiber making life, whatever. Well, she thought it would be fun and a good idea, and I think it's a very good idea, for us fibery people to ask the people in our lives who are not fiber artists some questions. So this is the Fibre Friends tag. Right? Is that what she called it? Yeah, Fibre Friends tag. Yes, here it is. Okay, so I watched her do this with her man Dan, and they were great, and it was so cute, and so I thought, Paul Miller, since he's always lurking in the background anyway. Right, babe?
Right. I'm a lurker.
Yes. All right, so anyway, ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Number one, what's your favorite thing I have knit for you?
Okay. And it can be knitted or crocheted or, okay.
Yeah, or I guess made for you. Fiber-related prize.
Okay, so we got this out, which is what we call the bat hat, which you might not think it's a hat.
Oh, it's so gross.
But it's really
It's an upside down pocketbook.
How long ago did you make this? I want to say it's 8 to 10 years ago. She made this for me.
Hold it closer so they can see it. So guys, this is made out of I think it's Lion Brand homespun. I think that's gross. Is it crocheted or knitted?
I thought it's crocheted.
It's crocheted.
You didn't knit at this time. So and then gross. The bat hat, we got to roll it a little, and then I put it on my head.
It's huge.
And then it gives me some bat ears. And this is why it's such a good hat.
And when he says it's his favorite,
it really is. I've worn this out.
You wear it out all the time.
We went camping. Where'd we go? We went camping the Pinnacle, and I had this hat. And then we went to, I think we went to the Yankee Candle Factory.
You went in the store with that on?
Yeah. You know, and I definitely got some looks. And, you know, one lady's like, oh, I really like your hat. I'm like, oh, thank you. Thank you. My wife made it for me.
Oh, my gosh. Your wife made it for you?
Yeah.
You look cute in it.
Thanks. See? See? Brings out my eyes. It's beautiful. So it's going to get hot. I'm going to take it off because it's such a good hat.
Do you have a favorite thing I have knit or made in general?
Do I have a favorite thing or knit? See, that's tough too because you've done a lot of great knitting things, but one of the things I really liked was you made a shawl that you crocheted, and that wound up going to my mother.
Oh, that thing.
The one with the roses on the back. And
it was Irish filet crochet. I think I have a picture. I think I made a project page on Ravelry with that. So just, I think it's called Kay's Shawl or something like that.
So it was a solid one color.
Yep, solid.
But it's when I saw, I was like, wow, she's really good at this. Now you're terrible. But then
thanks, babe.
No problem.
All right. Does it annoy you when I knit in public?
No. Because I don't have a choice. I just got to deal with it.
Well, that could be annoying.
Well, like more than your normal annoying, or...
Are you showing off for your friends?
Yes, I'm showing off for my fiber friends.
All right, let's see. What's your favorite fiber festival we've attended and why? You breathe in every time you think.
Yes, because I'm pondering.
It's like lip smacks at church.
I I like our own.
What's our own?
The one we go to in Flemington.
The New Jersey. Oh, the Garden State Sheep Breeders. Oh, no, they're the one who throw it, so I guess it's called the New Jersey Sheep and Wool Festival.
And the reason I like that one is because, like, we did Rhinebeck one year, and Rhinebeck's overwhelming. There's just too much.
You're going again this year.
Well, it's not that it's bad. It's just I like ours because it's, you know, it's kind of like our local people, and I mean, not that there's anything wrong with the other ones. It's just, you know, it's ours. It's a personal thing, I guess.
Good job, babe.
Thanks.
Any more?
No.
Okay. Let's see. Does it bother you when I drag you to yarn stores?
Yarn stores. Yarn stores are a little tough because there's really nothing for me in a yarn store.
When was the last time I dragged you to a yarn store?
London.
You didn't even go inside. You stayed
Well, that's
outside.
I hung outside on the streets of London, which was
For like what, 15 minutes?
like half hour, but it was London. It was cool.
All right, seriously, when was the last time you went in a yarn shop that was not owned by me?
It's been a while. I don't know.
Okay. Oh, any more questions?
Do you not like my answer? Do I need to refrain?
No, you can answer however. I just think if someone were to ask if I agreed with your answer, I would probably...
So you disapprove of my answer? No, it's cool. No, you got your opinion, I got mine.
Ready?
Yeah.
What's the coolest thing you've learned from my addiction? Oh, we're calling it an addiction? Gosh,
Yes.
Chevyrell, that was quick.
What is the coolest thing?
Coolest thing you've learned from my addiction to the fiber world?
That's hard. I mean, so there's so many parts of knitting that I never even really knew before. I mean, it's all obvious stuff that has to happen, but just seeing the process of like from backs of sheeps to
Backs of sheep?
Yeah, they shave the backs of the sheeps. You know, from the shearing that the farmers do all the way to washing it to making the different bases, right? That would be really cool to go into like a yarn making factory or something. Just
a mill.
A mill, yes. It'd be cool to go into a mill and just, I like the process of the mechanical stuff, so that would be real cool. But and then the dyeing process, and you have all these, dyers that you've come to know, and just there's a lot that goes into it for the the people that, I guess they do it for fun, they do it for a living, they do it for a lot of things. But so I like the whole process. I think it's cool. And then to have finished products of different colors and shapes and sizes. And
Are you rambling now?
I'm rambling now. Okay, yeah, good. Ow, I just hit my knee. Listen, you asked me to answer the question, I answered the question. You want me to not say anything? Yeah, it's good.
Have you...
Yeah, I like it because it's neat and stuff.
Have you ever wanted to knit yourself?
Have I ever wanted to knit myself? No, I don't. So that's a hard question too, because I don't like the hand knitting process for myself. I've done crocheting and stuff, and I think I like more of the knitting machines and stuff like that.
The gadgets.
Yeah, I have more fun with gadgets.
Mm-hmm.
So if there was a gadget involved, like we were in North Carolina, and we went to a little...
Oh, the machine knitters.
Yes, and they had the machine knitters, and that's, we're weaving through, and then someone...
Yeah, he stopped right there, and I was like, I'll just walk the rest of this place by myself now, because he is enthralled.
Yeah, because they had, like, crazy punch cards. The thing runs on a punch card, you swipe it back and forth, and it just does crazy patterns, and I was like, oh, that's me.
That's you.
That's me.
Anything else?
No.
Okay. Does it bother you when I buy yarn?
No. I mean, you own your own yarn shop, so I have to be happy with that, right?
I thought maybe it would bother you.
Well,
because of that.
Well, but I mean, when you
I'm not
when you buy yarn, I get fantastic gifts like my bat hat.
Babe, I'll never make you something like that ever again.
And that makes me sad.
All right. Does it bother you? Okay. Number 9. What do you think about me podcasting? And or having my, because I don't know if I'm a podcaster. I'm more of like just a vlogging YouTube channel.
I think we're both kind of getting used to the whole podcasting thing. You know, it's cool because I've liked other podcasts, so I can see the value in having a podcast. You know, you can build a community out of it, and it just encourages others. You know, so it's there for being encouraging, teaching, and those kind of things. So I like it for that. And it's a little difficult to be on camera because I'm not a camera person.
Right. Let's see. Babe, everyone here knows you love being in the background with the damn cats being cute.
No, you love that I'm in the background with the damn cats being cute. You know, it's not easy being cute all the time.
All right. Do you know the difference in the weights of yarn?
We went over this one time. So there's lace weight, there is sport weight, there's worsted weight. I'm kind of stuck there, and I know it.
You got 3, man. That was pretty good.
It goes through, like, I guess needle gauges, or no, it's the gauge of the yarn itself.
The thickness.
The thickness of the yarn itself. So I don't really know them well. I couldn't say, hey, this is the. I'm probably lace weight.
You just said 3.
Right, but I could, I probably look at lace weight because it's probably super thin and say, oh, that's lace weight. But the difference between like worsted and sport, I might have a little more difficulty. But yeah, I know.
Good job, babe.
Thanks.
All right. Do you have a favorite yarn dyer?
Oh. No, that would be unfair to say.
Why? You just sounded like your brother. Oh my gosh.
Well, it's because I don't want someone to feel better, like, oh, I'm not as good as this person or something.
You can say someone. No one is going to be offended if you don't know who they are.
No, I'm not going to pick one.
Is that because you can't remember anyone's names?
No, it's because I do, and I think they all do a fantastic job.
Just pick one.
Nope. What, I have cat hair on my face?
You for real, just pick one.
No.
Just to see, like... All right, name 3.
Well,
since you don't want to offend anyone, then just say.
Well, so
say the top 3 dyers.
No, so the hard part is, you watch podcasts, so all I would do is just pick podcasts, but I don't know their yarns different from anyone else. So I can name the podcasters, some of the podcasters you watch. So that's why it's not fair. And plus, I don't knit, so why does my opinion matter?
Totally cool. Do you know how much an average skein of yarn costs? It's getting bright.
Yeah. So it depends on what it's made out of.
Okay.
So you could get acrylics, which are really cheap. You go to a Walmart or something, you probably get acrylics from anywhere from $2 to $5. Okay. But then, as the skeins get more and more, you can get all the way up to silk, right? And that's probably like $20, $25 a skein. Okay. Or you can get mohair, right? Can't you get mohair in a skein?
Well, mixed, yeah.
Mixed, but yeah. So it really depends on the material. But the better it is.
That's pretty good. That was good.
Right. Alpaca is more than wool. Or am I wrong on that?
Depends.
It depends. But yeah, I know you can spend up to.
How about hand dyed?
Hand dyed yarn.
There's no skeins that I love.
They $20, $22.
A little more, but that's pretty good.
Okay.
Anywhere from 24 to 28.
Okay.
Good job, babe.
Thanks.
Oh, let's see. If I were to ask you to buy me yarn, what would you do?
If you were to ask me to buy you yarn, I would probably hit someone up and say, hey, what yarn should I buy Paige if she wants yarn?
It's probably it.
Because that would be wouldn't be a good decision on my part. Unless it was something I really liked and I said, hey, make me this.
Right, like if you, yeah.
Right. Hey, you're going to weave me a new scarf.
Right. Oh, I did weave you, I made you, okay, yeah. Oh, I made you an Edinburgh scarf.
Stop it. I can wear it next year.
Let's see. How many balls of yarn do you think I could smuggle in the house in a month? That's a funny question.
I think you could probably smuggle 100 balls of yarn in a month.
Because you really don't know. You don't pay attention.
Well, because I'm not.
I don't really.
Because you're not a sneaky yarn hoarder.
No.
So I don't have to worry. Plus she's got, I mean, really, if she needs yarn, she got a shop. You walk in, you grab a skein of yarn.
Right. So it's kind of like...
Yeah.
That question doesn't really make sense for us.
No, it doesn't make sense for us.
Okay. Can I yarn bomb the house?
No. You're not going to ask any follow-up questions because you don't want to yarn bomb the house. Yeah, like why? Why when it's so much more fun to do it in public?
Would you say I'm obsessed, interested, or dabbling in fiber?
Interested.
What is really going through your mind when you go to an LYS, a festival, or when I get mail, like yarn in the mail? You're not around when I get yarn in the mail because it goes right to the shop.
What's a LYS?
Local yarn shop.
Oh, local yarn shop. What was the question again? Sorry.
What is really going through your mind when you go to a local yarn shop or to a festival?
I don't know. Just it's sight and sound. I mean, it's cool to see.
I guess it's like the question's kind of getting at like it's so boring for you. So, but it's not.
Yeah, but I mean, I find other things in festivals to do. They got food. Food's good. I love hanging out with sheep and hearing the funny sounds that they make. Because sheep make funny sounds.
They really
Right. So.
If you could have me make you anything, what would it be?
Does it have to be out of yarn? I'm assuming so.
Well, it's fiber related.
Fiber
so
related.
I could weave it, crochet it, knit it.
I could have you make me
What else do I do? Knit, crochet, weave.
I don't know. Maybe a superhero sweater.
For real?
Yeah, but like a cool, one that
wears. You would wear a superhero sweater.
Yeah, but not like Superman with like bright colors. Like make like the Punisher on a sweater or something, right? That'd be cool. Like black with a white skull on front.
Could just buy you the T-shirt.
Yeah, but that's not handmade, dear.
Dear.
Listen, bud.
If I've already made you something, do you wear it?
No. And not because of...
What did I make you that you don't wear? Because I've only made you 2 things. And you
well, but even... So, there's a lot of times there's stuff, hey, you should wear this. I'm a warm person, though.
I mean, I haven't made you anything.
But even if you did, I generally...
That's not the question.
I get too hot, so I usually...
If I've already made you something, do you wear it?
Okay, the answer's no.
He just told you he wears the bat hat.
Well, I haven't worn the bat hat in a while.
That's because I have it hidden away.
Well, so I don't wear it.
You wear the socks I made you.
It's true. I wear them around the house.
But I haven't made you anything else because I don't make you stuff.
No.
I don't make
because those socks weren't made for me either. They're just like,
they weren't made for him.
Oh, I made them too big for my feet.
They were my first pair of socks.
Right, so now they're
and they were enormous.
Socks.
And so I was like, oh, look, house socks for Paul Miller.
Right. I get the stuff that doesn't fit.
I don't make you things, though, because of what he said. He's a very warm, heat-radiating person, so there would never be... I would never make you a sweater.
Yeah, like it's probably 30, 38 degrees out, and I was in a windbreaker today.
Yeah.
It was a little chilly, but not bad. It's kind of nice.
But not cold.
No, I wasn't cold.
So yeah, I don't really... Although I did knit that one thing that you tried to steal, the blanket that I gave Daddy and Cece.
Oh, that thing was cozy.
All right, let's see.
Really big fat yarn. I don't know what you call that. What kind of yarn is that? What weight is that?
Oh, that was jumbo.
Oh, jumbo weight. I forgot that one before.
Oh, okay. Another use for knitting needles would be...
Chopsticks? I don't know. They're kind of made for knitting, aren't they?
I think so.
I mean...
You didn't think of anything violent.
Little tent spikes?
Tent spikes!
Well, not with the little ones you use. I'm thinking the old school.
The aluminum ones?
Yeah, the giant ones. Yeah, killing serial killers. You stab them in the eyeballs with it. Yeah. If you ever saw Halloween.
Ew, really?
Jamie Lee Curtis.
It was a knitting needle?
Oh, yeah. You know, that's my favorite use of knitting needles.
That's funny.
Yeah, not funny.
Best thing I've made, in your opinion?
Best thing you have made? I don't know. That's a good question.
You know what it is? Like, when there's so many years, like, how do you... I don't remember half the stuff I made.
There's a lot of stuff. And, I mean, I think you're constantly learning, too. So, I mean, stuff gets better as you progress. So, it's hard to just pick one thing.
What's a recent thing that you've liked?
No, outside of this.
The damn bat hat. Anything recent?
A lot of things. You did the couple woven scarves that you did were nice. You've done a couple shawls lately that it's hard for me to choose.
Let's see. What is my stash really like? Do you think I could do with more or less, and why?
So you are incredibly practical. So you go, I got too much yarn in my house. I need to use what I have.
Yeah.
So it's never really.
So then I could use more, you're saying?
No, I'm just saying you use what you have. So you don't really. I don't see you as a hoarder as far as yarn goes. I've seen you hoarders, but you're not. I don't think you're one of them.
Right. Oh, is that too bright?
No,
sorry about the light, guys. It keeps going in and out.
Because of the cats.
Oh. Oh, okay, next. How do Fibre Crafts help me?
How do Fibre Crafts help you? I think they kind of bring peace to your mind. Like, I think you think better when your hands are doing something. So I think it's helpful in that. Like, Paige will sit through church service, and either Paige is taking notes or she's knitting, and I think having something to do with her hands helps her concentrate better when she's listening and stuff like that. So.
Oh, this is a good one. How much money do you think I spend on yarn? That's like a trick question.
Right.
Me personally, not the shop.
Right. I don't know. I don't know. It's your money. You're spending it.
Yeah.
But
I don't know if I'm like.
Again, I don't see you as someone's like blowing money on yarn.
No. It's funny. I'm knitting. Because of the yarn that I do own personally, I haven't really been knitting with shop yarn because I feel like I need to use this yarn first. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Can you explain the difference between knitting, crocheting, I'm going to say this a little different, spinning and weaving?
Yes. You need me to do that now?
Yeah, let's just hear what you have to say.
Well, knitting's usually 2 needles. Crocheting's a hook type needle.
Yeah.
Weaving has a warp and a weft, which is different. What else? We have spinning. So spinning is taking loose stranded wool and spinning it into some kind of yarn stringy material kind of thing.
Good job, Dan.
Yeah. Was that all of them?
That's pretty good.
Okay.
Oh, how do you explain me being a knitter/fiber person to others?
I think most people know what knitting is, so she likes to knit. I don't, knitting's actually
it's not like you're like sitting around with your buddies at lunch going, so.
Yeah, so my wife is doing this thing called knitting. It's so bizarre. You make clothing out of it. I don't know how, I thought it just came from a store, but no, they knit it. Okay, I'm done.
Oh. What is one thing you wish I liked to do as much as fiber stuff? And don't be fresh. All right, you can be fresh, but don't be fresh. Like, don't be.
Something I'd like you to do as much as knitting. I don't know. I've never.
You're really being sweet because the first thing that came to my head was like, I don't know, cook dinner.
Yeah.
Make food.
Okay, I wasn't going there, but since you said it.
No, I'm just kidding, for real.
Since you said it, I think yes. How about cooking?
Is there anything for real?
Cooking.
Okay. I feel like I led the witness.
Or I saved myself from getting in
trouble. Or maybe I saved you.
Yes, thank you.
If I were to die tomorrow, what would you do with all of my fiber stuff?
I would give it away.
As in, like, what do you mean give it away?
I would find people who would want it.
Okay. Like, you wouldn't be like, hello, Goodwill.
No. I'd give because a lot of the stuff you have is the nicer stuff. So I would give it to someone who really likes, maybe someone who usually uses acrylic and would like to use nicer yarn. I'd probably give it to someone like that. No dice.
Well, all right, you could. Not all of it though, because.
Listen, it's for me to give, not you. You're gone. It's mine now. I do it as I please.
You could, my Monday morning girls, you could just like,
well,
they
of course
could be in charge
would.
of that.
Okay, I'll let them be in charge of it.
Look, I'm like having real opinions about this.
I know.
I should write that in my will.
I ain't listening to it. I'm giving it to someone.
Well, and if I do die tomorrow, you're selling the shop to Allison for $1, right? All right.
It's $2.
$2, Allison. Fork it up.
It's only tomorrow, though.
Well, that and she has to make bucket of chicken for you every week.
Oh, okay. She could have it for free for a bucket of chicken.
Okay, let's see. Does it embarrass you when I knit or make in public?
No.
Does it embarrass you when I knit / make in public, not in public, at a family gathering?
No.
Why'd that make you laugh?
Well, it's because you come from a small family. It's you know, her brother, and then her 2 parents. Her mother's no longer here, so it's, I mean, the family's just not big. My family, I'm one of 7. I mean, we get together. It's like a good 40 people.
Football stadium.
Yeah. So, and you know, it's easy to get lost in that. So.
I bring my security blanket.
Right. So it's not rare for Paige to be in the corner knitting somewhere.
Maybe not the corner.
Well, okay.
All right, maybe sometimes
the edge of the corner. And yeah.
Oh, this is funny. I don't think this. Well, anyway, what does your family say behind my back about me doing that?
What do they say behind your back? I don't know much. I mean,
I know what they say to me when I'm not.
Yeah.
knitting.
So yeah, I don't know. My family's gonna talk behind your back.
Right.
Gonna say it to your face. So what do they say to your face?
Well, if I'm not knitting, they're like, "Aunt Bunny, why aren't you knitting?" Like,
well, so the other thing too is Paige is really good of winning people over by knitting them things. So I definitely have nieces where Paige made the, when you were sewing, you did
right,
some aprons that my nieces liked. You've definitely I got one niece that Paige knits her scarf every year, and yeah, she lives for that scarf.
She's so knit worthy.
Yeah,
Morgan, you're so knit worthy.
And what's a knit addicted too? What's the
what?
Knit addicted. She's
knit addicted.
Yeah, she's like, I need that new scarf.
Oh yeah. She's a junkie.
Yeah, knit junkie.
What would you say I knit the most of? Enter with a preposition.
What do you knit the most of? I don't know. You did box of socks. That was 12 socks at one time. You've done a lot of shawls. I don't pay that close attention. I just know there's just something in your hands knitting, and I just go, oh, that's what it is at the time.
Continue.
Sure.
Okay.
How many we got left?
Just a few more.
Okay.
Why do you think I knit?
Why do I think you knit? Because you like knitting.
That's a very good reason.
I mean, I don't know. So knitting's not for everyone, and I don't know why you would knit if you didn't take joy in it. Like, why not do something that makes you that you like instead of just forcing yourself to knit? So, I think you knit because you like to.
Continue.
Yes.
How would you rate me on a crafting skill level?
Oh, your crafting skill level from what to what? 1 to 10?
Sure.
I think
5-star. I'm just kidding.
I think you're at least a solid 9. You know, there's always room for improvement, right? We all, you know, and some things you're better at than others, right? You're definitely better at knitting than you are weaving, just because you have more time knitting than weaving. So, you're learning how to spin, so you're getting better at that.
Yes.
But I think overall you have the dexterity to do it, and you're also, if you don't like it, you're not leaving it. So.
Wait, what?
If you don't like it, you're not leaving it. Meaning, you're definitely one to frog it.
Oh, yes.
You're definitely a frogger.
Definitely a frogger. Get it gone.
And like with ease.
I do not like things languishing.
Once you hit that point, you're like, I don't like it. It's gone. It's starting over. Because,
moving on.
Yeah, because no point in making something you don't want in the end.
Right.
Right.
Very good.
Very good.
Oh, what do you think we do at knit night? Rule number 1.
What happens at midnight?
We don't talk about.
Get loaded and talk smack about your husbands. I assume you talk about knitting.
Yeah.
You know, that would be like the major...
In fact, if people do come and want to talk smack about their husbands, that's when we're like, shut it down. Like, it's knitting.
Right.
It's weaving. It's crocheting. It's fiber.
Right. So my understanding is that that's the point. So if you're going there for other reasons, it probably doesn't happen that often. I'm sure you get people that want to talk about other things, but it's good you can shut it down. Shut her down.
Next.
Yes.
How many subscribers do you think I have on my podcast? That's funny.
300 and let's say 60.
Why do you know this?
Because we
tell the people why you know this.
Why do I know this?
Because tell them what a geek you are. Go on, tell them.
Because I was thinking of making my wife a little... I like electronics, so...
Your wife.
My wife. I like electronics, so I was going to make her this little counter that actually pulled the data from the website and would show it on there so she can see how many views she had and how many...
Wait, like a thing?
Yeah, it was actually going to be a thing. I was going to scroll through numbers and...
Like a little box?
Yeah, like a little box, and you could see... It's just, this is my thing. I don't judge you for yours. Don't judge me for mine. So I also check to see, and plus you've gotten more viewers lately, so it's just been I've been excited for you to have these viewers, and plus if you watched a few episodes ago, you had Jackie going, hit that subscribe button.
Oh my gosh, that was so stinking
Let's get 1,000 subscribers.
Nowhere near.
No, nowhere near, but still fun.
All right, so done.
Done.
How many followers do you think I have on Instagram?
1,100.
Probably close.
Because I feel like we discussed that number too.
Right.
Because you're a little overwhelmed by it. Not overwhelmed. You're just like, whoa.
Yeah, that was
like,
a lot.
What's that?
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Have you ever watched my podcast?
Yes. Willingly also.
Oh, yes.
But not just...
not when I'm just editing?
Not just when you're just editing.
What's your favorite podcast? Fiber and not Fiber. So like your world, my world.
So for your world, I started liking Amy Beth on Fat Squirrel just because she's ridiculous. So shout out to Amy Beth. How are you? Nice to meet you, Paul Miller. In case you haven't heard of me yet.
She'll never see this.
No, she'll never see this.
Good.
So yeah, I mean, just because the entertainment value,
one
Yarn
woman
podcast,
in one room all by herself, and
right?
She's so funny,
right? Yeah, Yarn podcasts, I mean, are not my thing. Sorry. So yeah, it's a little difficult. So usually I'm doing something else when Paige is watching other Yarn podcasts, and they're in the background, but. I find I stop what I'm doing just to like, what is she doing now? And then mine, there's a lot of electronic ones I watch. I don't want to bore everybody with my stuff.
Tell them my favorite one, babe.
Well, and definitely Shug Emery. He does hammock camping.
We love Shug.
And the guy's he's not a clown. He's just an entertainer, vaudeville entertainer kind of thing. So a lot of times he's like talking about stuff, and he just breaks into a character.
Oh, he's so funny.
Or does starts juggling in the middle of it.
Yeah.
So
he's a musician too. He's
plays music.
If you're into camping, or even if you're not into camping and you just want to I don't know, Shug Emery.
Yeah, I think you just type in Shug and Shug Emery comes up.
He's great. I would highly recommend looking into Shug.
Yeah, and actually you were in Paige loves Shug so much she was going to send some yarn to Shug's daughter.
Yeah, his daughter is a knitwear I don't think she sells her patterns, but she writes her own patterns for sweaters and hats, and I think she should sell her patterns.
Right, so once in a while you'll see his podcast and he'll have one of these hats on. That
I get all excited. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's really cute.
So yeah, I should send him yarn for her.
Yep.
Wait, so none of your tech ones you feel like talking about?
No, I mean...
That stupid old Ben Heck.
Stop it. Poor Ben Heck. He's just trying to do a show. I do like Ben Heck's show, though.
You do like Ben Heck?
But he's on Element 14. It's a website that sells electronics.
Anything else?
Nope.
What's your favorite episode so far?
Of ours?
I guess so, yes. That's what I'm assuming. Notice how he said ours? You do like being in it.
Well, isn't this ours? Look at...
Oh, is this your favorite episode?
I'm Mr. PaigeTheFramer, apparently. Just call me Mr. Page.
That's funny.
My personal one, well, so I did like the one with the, when you found the antler, but I think the one with the boys. Because they're just so much fun, so.
Little beasties.
Yeah, it makes me miss them.
Yeah, not too many to choose from.
No, but.
Continue?
Okay.
Let's see. If I knit you a sweater, would you wear it even if it's hideous?
No. Only because I have sweaters that I do like that I don't wear, and it's just because, I feel like I'm in a straitjacket sometimes when I'm in a sweater.
You kind of look like you're in a straitjacket.
Because I just get too hot.
Because you've got that like 25-inch neck.
It's not that. It's only 24 now.
It's not 25 inches. I'm just teasing.
I think it's up there though.
If you could dictate a monthly allowance for yarn, how much would it be?
I don't know, $100?
Really? You'd give me that much for yarn?
$50?
Do I need to go on a fiber diet?
No.
And then...
Well, what kind of fiber diet? Are you having trouble pooping? Come on, that's the question. Fiber diet. Fiber diet. Come on, Chevyrell or whoever wrote these. Whoever wrote these questions.
Chevyrell.
Fiber. Oh, that's right, Chevyrell. Sorry, excuse me, Shelby.
You're so ridiculous. How much do you think? What's worth? How much do you think is worth? My stash, maybe. How much do you think my stash is worth?
I don't know. $400. Well, I mean, you also got like tools too.
Right. So $400?
No. No, because I mean, I bought you the loom, so I know how much the loom costs.
Right.
The loom was not cheap.
So we'll just go with $400.
$400, yeah. Yes, because you don't.
I'm going to add a zero behind that. Or maybe not that. Well, maybe. We got to the end of it.
That's it?
Yeah. There was no like there was no grand finale question.
No grand finale question.
No.
So now what do we do with our podcast?
Well, I have to edit and then put it up.
Do we sign off? You have a sign off?
I do not have a sign off.
You salute or something?
I do not. I go.
What does that mean?
I don't really know. I don't know why I do that. I feel like.
Is that blowing kisses?
Yes.
Or paddling backwards?
I'm not paddling backwards.
Maybe. What if you wanted to paddle backwards? Sorry. Boring you now.
I thought you'd be so much more entertaining. All right, babe. Thank you for being on my podcast with me.
Yes.
So this was good.
No UFOs.
I have this.
That's a UFO.
I have this. Yeah.
Oh, FOs is what I'm talking about.
No FOs.
Because I'm learning all the terms.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, that would be good. Do you know what a whip, an FO, a UFO?
Well, FO and UFO we just talked about. A whip. I know it, but I'm forgetting. You're going to tell me, I'm like, dang it, I knew that.
Work in progress.
Work in progress. I knew it.
And a hoe?
What's a hoe?
You said it so cute.
Is it something that goes with your fiber diet?
No.
Oh.
It's half object.
So like half object.
Yeah, like I have one mitten made out of the set. I have one sock made out of the set. So people call them hose.
Yeah, okay. I guess I get it. I guess I'm sold. Hose it is.
Yeah. So. Alrighty then. So, thanks so much for hanging out with us.
Yes, thank you. I'm paddling backwards.